Alright. Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Alright. I have 100%ed Ghost Recon Wildlands on the Xbox. And I'm gonna explain how long it took. What are some of the hardest achievements, you know, the DLCs, all that good stuff. So first we're gonna start with the base game. Alright, so basically, I would say that I played it back in 2023, and I got all the achievements, right, for the base game. I would say that the hardest one is probably collecting all the documents. It took me 2 to 3 days. It's not fun, because, you know, you have to, like, discover new locations and then, like, look for them. Because, like, you know, like, sometimes they're hidden under different things. So, and also when it takes a while is completing every mission, because that takes, like, usually, you know, this game took me about like a week. So, like, that's basically, like, to complete. So, but I replayed it recently, and it took me about 2 to 3 days. So yeah, some tips is just for the base game, all the achievements, complete all of the missions first and then do all the extra shit. So that should be about like it for the base game. Just yeah, complete all the missions and all that good stuff. Another hard one is doing all the what's it called? Maxing out and buying every skill. That takes a while. And that achievement glitched for me, but I eventually got it. I do warn you, you might have 1 or 2 achievements that glitch for you. And like meaning they won't pop up for you basically, like when you complete them. So yeah, I think, you know, the game is amazing, and the base campaign is very fun. There's a lot to do, especially with friends. But yeah, I'd say the hardest achievement is probably finding all the documents. And it'll probably take you the longest out of the 3. Narco Road, and Fallen Ghost. So yeah, it will take you the longest. Yeah, so moving on to Narco Road. Alright, so Narco Road is the first DLC that came out. I recommend playing it if you want to just fool around, especially with friends, right? It took me like 1 day to complete. Like I started it early in the morning and went all through the night. And I completed I completed it like early in the morning, like a whole day. It's pretty fun. The story is a little weird, but that doesn't really matter. So it's just like basically, yeah, it doesn't matter. Because of the achievements, I would say, the hardest achievement, it goes between 2, right? So for like this one's a grinding one. It's called More Followers in Escobar. What you gotta do for it is basically get the follower meter up for all 4 bosses. It means you gotta do all those like stunts and stuff, which does take a while. It took me about 2 to 3 days to complete all the stunts, which was not fun because some of them were hard, but it's not too hard where you get, you know, mad or frustrated. Yeah, and then the next one is probably the one where Eddie, which is the first boss you do, you have to go all the way to with a ground vehicle in less than 8 minutes, and you have to go all the way to the biker dude's bar. I got there in 7 minutes and 57 seconds. It was insane, but yeah, that one's honestly pretty hard. So yeah, those 2, you know, it's a fun DLC. I recommend it. Right, it is. Yeah, it's a joke. Like, I'm not saying it's so bad it's a joke. Like, it's great. Like, it's just joking all around, you know. You can't really take anything seriously. yeah, in it you go undercover in the cartel, fight Unidad and that stuff. But yeah, and there's a hard mission in there. What's it called? It's the El Invisible, whatever. Spoiler alert: the El Invisible is that one peaceful fisherman, which is the final boss. It turns out, yeah, the good guy was the bad guy all along. So I would not. That's a spoiler. So basically, yeah, one of his missions is like a time thing, and it's really hard. So I recommend playing on the easiest mode, arcade. Yeah, those two are the hardest. I could not pick one. To get all the achievements, yeah, of course, play the base game first and then finish them all up. Yeah, it's I would say, yeah, it's great DLC. Like, yeah, finish the base game first. Don't like try to do them before, right? Because that'll just fuck up the story, kind of. It'll take, because some of those achievements take a while, the extra ones. Alright, so that'll conclude it for Narco Road. So next up is Fallen Ghost. So for Fallen Ghost, basically, this is my favorite DLC, basically. So, you know, it takes place after you take down the Santa Blanca for the base game. So this is actually the true ending. In this group called Los Puebleros, they come, it's a mercenary group from, I think, Argentina or Peru or something. And they're just ruthless, and they want to pick up where the cartel left off with drug trafficking. And they're really ruthless. You go through whole villages of just, like, you know, let's say, like, unalived civilians, right? They're really ruthless, right? And there's hard enemies. There's the Juggernauts, where you can only kill them by shooting them in the head. There's the invisible dudes, and we'll get to, there's an achievement with those later. And then there's snipers with 50 cal, which almost basically one-shot you. So I recommend playing this on arcade or regular. And to warn you, the final boss mission is super hard. Not easy. Because you gotta go in the middle of a bridge, and kill him, or get him. There's the thing. There's a helicopter right in the base, so you take the helicopter, land right on top of there, go there, kick in the door, and kill him. So, and then what I did that, and it said go to like an extraction point, after killing him. And I died because there were so many enemies in the base about to kill me. I'm like, damn, I have to restart it. No, the extraction thing went on, so then I extracted. It's the best DLC, I think. It's fun to play with friends. It's like, but the ones that will take it seriously, it's like a serious stealth thing. It's harder than the base game. That's what a lot of people say, and I agree with that. Okay, so like getting into the achievement, the hardest achievement is probably like the one where you have to kill 10 of the invisible enemies with your like close quarters combat knife, right? Because you can't see them unless you have thermal. That's probably the hardest one, or just completing it all along, because you know the bosses are pretty hard. Final bosses especially hard. It's either that or completing the base game, like completing all the operations. That one, yeah, or the one we gotta kill the invisible enemies. Another mission, I forgot which boss it was because there's 4 bosses, the 3 ones and the 1 big one. So, where it's a mission, we have to go through a forest, basically, to go to like a village, and it's just filled with the invisible enemies. So what I recommend is using thermal, and if you see them in the distance, just shoot them. So just walk through the whole thing with thermal on, okay? But I think there's a drone jammer that like disables it or something. So yeah, basically, just do that. That would take me a while until I found out thermal detects them. If you could see them with thermal. So yeah, yeah, it did take me about I completed the base game a while back, but I finished up all the achievements. It took me to finish them all. It took me about like a week. It was a very fun experience. And this is one of my favorite games. This is my favorite military shooter of all time.
Shit, Sicario with a minigun.
I feel like that, you know, at times it was hard, and You know, you get frustrated, but it's not like the hardest game in the world. It's great. So, yeah, that's gonna wrap up my videos. I have 100%ed every achievement for Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I will make a video about that soon. Kind of just like this one, break it up into DLCs and sections. So yeah, it's a great game. I recommend if you want to go for the achievements, you know, start off with the base game, then Narco Road, then Fallen Ghost. So, to conclude my video here, it is an easy 100% for Xbox. So yeah, I will see you later.